Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Pete Rumsey, and I help lead innovation and tech transfer here with the URI Research Foundation at URI. And welcome to the beautiful Torrey Commons and the College of Engineering's Facitelli Center for Advanced Engineering. Before we begin, and I'd like to have it quiet down a little bit out of respect, before we begin, I'd like to deliver the University of Rhode Island's land acknowledgement and pay tribute to the people who stewarded the land on which the university now resides. And I need to read this because I need to not goof it up. The University of Rhode Island occupies the traditional stomping ground of the Narragansett Nation and the Niantic people. We honor and respect the enduring and continuing relationship between the indigenous people and this land by teaching and learning more about their history and present-day communities, and by becoming stewards of the land we too inhabit. Thank you. With that said, we're very excited to have our URI Technology Showcase be part of Rhode Island Hub's Entrepreneurship Week and Startup Week program, and we're committed to scale this program for the next 5 to 10 years to be something much larger than this. But this is a pretty good showing for the first time, no? Yeah? Today, we're going to highlight just some of the exciting innovation and entrepreneurship happening across URI, where research is not just about advancing knowledge and developing inventions, but also about creating critical real-world solutions. We like to quote Bill Aulet from MIT in our entrepreneurship classes when he says, innovation equals invention times commercialization. And that really is what entrepreneurs do, is commercialize inventions and turn them into innovations. And that's what we're doing here tonight. This is what this is all about. In a few minutes, you're going to hear from our esteemed speaker, John Soderstrom. Now, John is from a small school a few miles down the road you might have heard of. It's called Yale. It's a joke. You've heard of it. And John helped create the now world-respected Yale Ventures over 25 years with over 75 startups that raised over $2 billion in venture funding. And we're so thankful that John is here. And John's very humble, so he's not going to toot his own horn a lot. But recently, I had the honor of going down to Yale Ventures, and it was in a building like this with about 10 times as many people. So that's what our goal is for 3 to 5 years from now. And we're very happy with a little persistence to make that happen. This event is designed to connect our faculty, students, community, industry, and inventors, and all the champions for innovation here at URI. It's a chance to explore what is possible and discover the next steps on the journey for many of those inventors and innovators by making new contacts, having exposure to new people in the innovation ecosystem, and in some cases, even finding funding. I think by the end of our 10 pitches tonight, we'll have over $100 million in asks from the entrepreneurs. Is that right, Joe? And we have real live VCs here in the audience who will be speaking after the event and during the event. We're building an ecosystem here, and URI and Rhode Island are aligning people, programs, and partnerships to become a true engine for innovation and entrepreneurship. And it's time for us to lead here at URI. So that's what we're doing. A heartfelt thank you to everyone who made this event possible. Your events are laying the foundation for what comes next. At the risk of forgetting some key folks, and I know I will, I want to especially thank Dean Anthony Marchese for being the host and letting this happen. Dean Sean Rogers, thank you very much, from the College of Business for being here. I want to really make sure we thank Associate Dean Vinka Craver, who's behind the scenes somewhere. There she is back there, and really helped make all this happen and had the vision for it here at the Torrey Commons. We need to thank Vice President for Research and Economic Development, Bethany Jenkins, for her great encouragement of this event and making it happen. And also wanted to thank Christian Cowan for his vision and his leadership behind the scenes. And thank you especially to the many researchers and students that have invested years of time and effort to get to this point. Thank you to our food and drink sponsors and ecosystem partners, Thorne Sparkman, Bob Chatham, raise your hands, from Slater Technology Fund, and also Tom Sperry from Rogue Ventures. Where are you, Tom? Back there in the baseball cap. And thank you to our esteemed breakout session speakers. Dan Holmander is here. Dan, raise your hand. Where's Dan? He's somewhere. He's way back there. He'll be speaking with Ted Howell about IP and all things IP with startups. And then Tom Sperry, again, who's an adjunct professor here at the College of Business, will be talking about venture capitalists and VC math. Don't miss those sessions. And lastly, I want to thank my team. And I know I'll forget somebody, but Christine Smith, Gina Lapardo, Joe Liberti, Allison Markova, the new IP director on our team. So get to know her. Where are you, Allison? Back there. Always trying to hog the spotlight, aren't you, Allison? Rob Hauser did a great job. And a big shout out to our super entrepreneur champion, Vanessa Alvarez, for tirelessly driving this effort. Where are you, Vanessa? Thank you so much. And now it's my honor to introduce someone whose vision continues to propel URI's innovation machine forward. The president of URI, Mark Parlange.